Yeah.
Let's see what Jesus has to say to us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. In my incarnation, I was a little bit of a troublemaker too, standing up in church, for example, or in synagogue and saying, well, that's not the only way of looking at this. There are other interpretations that could be made of this text. It is so important for all of you at this time to examine in your own lives exactly what our dear one mentioned. Where are you complying unnecessarily? Where are you biting your tongue unnecessarily? Where are you, in fact, lying or prevaricating if someone asks you a direct question? This is a time of very, very quick manifestation. As you may have noticed, time seems to be going extremely quickly, and you are going to bring into manifestation everything you believe in. Now, if you say you believe in A Course in Miracles, and if you say you believe in authenticity and those kinds of things, and yet you find yourself lying or hiding or lying by omission even, it's something for you to reflect upon, because the universe is a reflective universe. It is going to bring back to you more of what you are doing so that you can see it. That is what it's for. It's a reflective universe, so that things that are hidden from you in your unconscious, your subconscious, beliefs and ideas that are limiting you, that you're not necessarily cognizant of, they will manifest as people, places, things, and experiences coming at you, washing over you every day. They will come to you. So you are never, ever avoiding anything. You are never avoiding anything. In fact, if you are, for example, lying to somebody because you don't want them to get upset or stressed or angry at you, that lie will produce some kind of lie coming your way from somebody else. It's going to produce a reflection of that thing. So you might be lying about what you do on Sundays, for example. Oh, I'm just going to the library. I'm on a Zoom call with my friend from high school. Whatever it is that you're saying, instead of saying, oh, I'm listening to Channeling Jesus, scared of what people might say, that is going to come back to you, not as a punishment from a vengeful God, but as a reflection for you to see, somebody lied to me. Do I lie? Somebody deceived me. Am I deceptive? Somebody betrayed me. Am I betraying myself? These are the questions that we want you to ask yourself when something, quote unquote, bad happens to you, because there is nothing bad. There are only those things that match your frequency. Now, you may say something like, death is bad, a car accident is bad. Well, they are not bad if they cause you to awaken, if they cause you to look at something that you have been doing that is a match for that frequency. So we often refer to the workaholic who has a heart attack, laying in their hospital bed after having a massive heart attack because they've been working for 20 hours a day for 20 years. That may be the very message they need to have to slow down. That may be the very message that gets their attention, because nothing else did. And we look at it from the overview point of view. We look at it from your incarnational point of view. We don't look at it from the ego's point of view, which is, oh, that's a terrible thing. That's painful and limiting. But what if it isn't? What if it frees that person from the prison of their belief that their only value is working? What if it frees them to spend more time with their family? What if it frees them to follow a creative outlet that they would never give themselves time to do before, because their belief that work was the most important thing overrode all of their guidance? And that is just a belief. It doesn't mean it's true. It's a conditioned idea. Your work is not the most important thing in your life. It's one of the things that is important to you and for you. but it is not to the exclusion of everything else. So that's what we want you to understand here, is that you are at this time well served to become as authentic and congruent as you possibly can. Where do you get scared to say things? Where do you hide things? Where do you button your lip when there's something to be said? It doesn't have to be a fight. It may be that you believe it's going to be a fight, and so you don't say it, and you don't say it, and you don't say it. But the truth of the matter is, you can only do that for so long before bitterness and resentment begin to ruin whatever that relationship is. So initially you may say, I'm not going to say anything because they won't understand, or they will get mad, or they will leave me. But the truth of the matter is when you are incongruent in a relationship, you are following the ego's dictates, and you will destroy the relationship because you are not being honest. The person that you think loves you or wants to be with you doesn't even know you. So it's not a true love in that sense. It's not a true connection in that sense, because you are pretending to be something you are not. And so this does take great courage. And we want to thank our dear one for having the courage of her convictions in going on this trek. It was very, very interesting for us to watch her energy shift. The closer she got to the courtroom, the stronger she got, the more powerful her conviction became, because she knew she was doing the right thing. She knew that it was right and true what she was saying and what she was doing. And she could feel throughout this process how intimidating these processes are for ordinary people. Obviously, our dear one is not ordinary in that sense. She has come to this place of being very empowered to bring to the world that which is good, that which is true. And she could feel, even in those days leading up to the court case, that it would be much easier to pay the fine. It would be much easier not to go to Vancouver for 2 days. It would be much easier to just sweep it under the carpet. But she knew on an energetic level that that was not the right thing to do. And this is a sort of a big demonstration of it, getting into the legal system. But we would like you to use her as an example. We would say, where in your life are you not being courageous? Are you sticking with a job that you hate, knowing that you do not want to do it anymore, but you're afraid of the repercussions of what people will say, your partner, or the financial fear that is haunting you? Where is it that you are fearful? Have the courage of your convictions at this time. This is how the ascension process is working. You are all being given the opportunity to see where your weak points are. You are all being given the opportunity to understand what congruency and being empowered looks like. You are all being given the opportunity to connect with like-minded beings. However, you won't connect with like-minded beings as frequently as you would like if you are hiding your light under a bushel. So that is our little pep talk for you today, to really examine in your life where change needs to be made. Assess why you're not making that change. What stories is the ego telling you? What fearful ideas are coming up in your mind? Do not let these fearful ideas stop you. They are the ideas of the ego. They are the way in which you have been trained. I can't do this because this will happen. What we want you to understand is that the idea in your mind of what bad thing will happen is just an idea in your mind. It is your mind revealing itself to you. It is your mind showing you what beliefs you have that are limiting you, that are keeping you small. You are divine beings. You are made in the image of God. You are powerful creators, powerful beyond your ability to understand. You have, after all, created your own body. You have, after all, manufactured your entire life, your home, your family, your car, your bank account, your education. That is you. You have done all of that. Do not let a few areas of restriction or limitation keep you imprisoned for the rest of your life. Become courageous and choose exactly what you would like to bring into being, and go for that with love, with determination, and kindness and communication to those around you who may not understand. We will return shortly.